Okay, so now, BMW 2 Series. Oh no, I'm going to have a lot of BMW enthusiasts probably having something to say. But in the meantime, I'm the one behind the driver's steering wheel, in the driver's seat. It was a good start. So obviously quite a legacy this car has, right? But not maybe the one I'm driving, which is the 220i. It's a little bit like, you know, it's not like a M2 Coupe or a M2 40iX drive. You know, there's not much really to write home about with this car. Although I love the look of it, and I think like most people that I've sort of spoken to and seen and whatever while I've been driving this are all quite blown away by it. Yet online people are so torn, and I think it's because it looks better in the metal. You know, it like grows on you, and I love this color. I think it looks beautiful. It's sort of like quite a statement drive. And then I've said in a couple of reviews, like my review for Ignition, it's sort of a car that's bought with your heart and not your head, because it is all practical. Oh my goodness. And like, I know it's maybe not meant to be, but then I almost think like, don't put rear seats in the back, or don't put Isofix in the back, because it's obviously a thought of like, you know, if you need it, you know, but this is certainly not a family car by any means. The boot is big, so you can fit a bunch of shit in there. But guys, let me tell you, trying to get Luca into this car, trying to get Luca's car seat into this car was quite the up, okay? So first of all, these seats, to push them all the way forward, the car seat is too big, so it can't go that way, okay? And then obviously this is whatever. So what did I have to do to make this go very low, like lie this front seat flat, climb in elegantly, obviously, all through this whole thing, very elegant. Through here, try and put the seat in, put the seat back up, climb in the back, try and click it in, try and get it onto the tether thing, whatever that click-a-majiggy thingy is. Well, I was sweating after I'd done it all. Fine. Now we're good. Now to get Luca in. So because obviously of a sloping sort of coupe-like roofline, getting in, you've got to really duck down low. And so I don't want to hit Luca's head, so I smack mine every time. Oh, guys, it has not been fun having this as a family car. So I'm just giving you this piece of advice. I know it's not meant to be that, but this is my review, and I drive these cars in my life, and then obviously objectively compare them to their competitors. This time not so much. But okay, let's talk about performance. So you've got a 2-litre 4-cylinder turbo petrol, 135 kilowatts of power, 300 Newton meters of torque, all power sent to the rear via an 8-speed automatic transmission. Pop it into sport mode, which I'll do now without crashing. Fine. Okay, there's a little bit more urgency in it if you want. But if you want a very responsive, driver enthusiastic car, you're sort of going to have to go for the M240iX drive, I think. Because this is more like a soft sort of cruiser in a way. Not soft because the ride is bloody firm. But I think this is like sort of lovely to go along, you know, the coast in, and if you go for a long drive, it is a driver's car after all. But it doesn't give you that grunt, you know, up through your vagina into your stomach, you know, it doesn't give you that grumble like you might be after. But if you can't afford to go over $1 million, then this is maybe the compromise. This comes in at like 773,000, which I think is a lot for what it is. I have to be honest. I think it's just a bit too expensive for this car. But it is a step up from the previous model. It is dynamic. It's so fun on the twisties. The handling is impeccable. So you can have a little bit of fun with it. It just depends on how much fun you want. And if you want to hear anything, this doesn't have anything. There's no sound enjoyment out of this car. But again, it's not to say it's not really fun to drive if you've got yourself onto a little mountain pass of sorts, you know. Hey there, Delilah, what's it like in New York City?
Times where that shot is bright as hell. I swear
I mean, it's not slow, but for the enthusiasts, they're going to struggle. The sound system, someone asked me in one of the comments on YouTube was that I need to speak about the sound system. The reason I don't speak about sound systems is because I know all about sound systems, and if it's loud for me. Do you know? I'm just not an expert on that, so I don't want to say like, oh, you can turn it up and you can have a draw. Like, I don't know. Someone else is going to know like the quality and know it better. Not me, I'm afraid, but it's got a nice sound system, if you must know. It is, I don't know. It's also got some M Sport detailing around, obviously very familiar sort of BMW in here. But it's got these very cool side M logo-y thingamajiggies on the doors, and they look flipping cool at night, like in the dark. They like shine, and it looks very, very cool. So I like it. But yeah, I won't be sad to give this car back, if only because it doesn't fit into my life practically. If I didn't have to have practical side of things, I'd probably have a bit of a job with it, actually. My previous life, you know. Oh, it's what you do to me. Oh, it's what you do to me.